Okay, good morning everyone. So today we are going to make this tank model. The first things we need to do is go to Rhino options, change the unit setting. Usually I prefer using centimeter as the reference unit. If you're using millimeter, probably it will be too small and it's really hard for you to imagine the real size. So I prefer you guys to use in centimeters. And for the absolute tolerance, it's better for you to use in this one. If you make this one too small, well, when you are going to do the model, well, that will cause some problems. So usually I prefer using the setting like this, 0.00001, or probably you can make this one bigger, something like this. And for the display precision, well, it will be the same, just like this. Okay, so once you finish the Rhino option unit setting, click OK, and it will be done. So for the next things, the things we need to do is to import the reference image. Under the command bar, let's type in picture, P-I-C-T-U-R-E, and choosing the reference image. And you can scale or scale down this one by yourself. Let's press enter and you can keep repeating the last command which you used before. Okay, I think that's quite enough. Let's select all of them and press Ctrl and G or go to Edit, choosing Group and make a group for the image. So now we are going to make the model. Let's start with the simple one, the wheel. The wheel is very simple. Let's just using cylinder to make the wheel. Let's go to here, click this little triangle icon and choosing cylinder. Choose any point as the center point. Drag and define the radius. And I prefer to using 10 centimeter as the radius. And for the height, probably we can make this one 15. So this is the size. Probably a little bit too small, but it's okay. Let's just use this one. Actually, I think this reference tank is too big. So let's scale down this one. Okay, so let's choose in this cylinder. So that's our wheel. So how can we make this wheel more detailed like this reference image? Let's move the cylinder to this side so it will be easier for us to take a look of our target. And if you want to zoom in to the selected object, just click this button using your left mouse button to click. Alright, so now let's make the center part. Very easy. Let's just hold on your shift key and using combo to copy. First thing is hold on your auto key. Auto is for copy. So when you hold on auto key, no matter what kind of things you do with combo, you will make a copy. So hold on your auto key and then hold on your shift key. For shift key, it will scale your object in both sides, in X direction, Y direction, and Z direction. So hold on your shift key and hold on your auto key, it will copy and scale your object in the same time. So let's scale this object and scale in the Z directions. Z is the green one, okay? Z is the blue one, sorry. Z is the blue box, so make sure you select the blue box. Okay, so now we have. The next things we need to do is the same thing, because right now we only have one layer. I also have one multiple layer. So let's hold on your shift key and auto key, copy one more, and scale down in the Z directions. Okay, so now we have. For the inner part, we can just select both of them and using Boolean union to join them together. So now we have the inner part. Next part, the things I want to do is to make some detail of this area. How can we do that? Actually, we can using the sub-editing function inside Rhinosys. Hold on your Shift and Control key, select the face, and then we can using the trick we using before to scale and copy this surface. Shift and Control key is the function that allows us to select the sub-object of the geometry. For example, if I want to select the top face of this cylinder, you can hold on Shift and Control key, select this one. Or you can select the edge as well, or you can select the vertex, but right now it doesn't have the vertex for select, so right now we cannot do that. But actually, if we're using a cube, and if we hold on Shift and Control key, we can select the edge, we can select the vertex, and we can drag and change the shape. Alright, anyway, right now we have already copied the top face, so let's hold on this little blue dot and extrude. So now we have this solid geometry. Make sure this geometry is a solid one, alright? Otherwise, when we are going to using this one to substrate from the cylinder, it will cause some problem. So now let's select, go to here, choosing Boolean Union, choosing a cylinder, press Enter. Let's do that again. Choosing the Boolean Union, choosing the cylinder, then sorry for that. Actually, the thing we should use is Boolean difference. Let's do that again. Boolean difference. Choosing the cylinder, enter. Choosing the object which we are using for cutting, enter. And you will get the result like this. Let's make this one shorter because I think right now it's too big. And also I hope this one can be smaller as well. Okay, so that's the result. Final things, I want to make some nails on the boulder. So let's try to do that, okay? First thing is I want to draw two reference lines. First one is in the center, so that's the one which I can draw the center point. The second one is on the boulder. That's the one which I can measure. Let me click the intersection point. Okay, that's the one which I can get the midpoint of this little torus. So next part, let's go to here, click this linker triangle, choosing the sphere, and draw the sphere. Hold on your Shift key, and you can keep this one in the vertical way. So now we have the sphere. Next part, let's go to transform, rotate. And we already choosing the sphere, so we can ignore the first step, but I will redo that again to make sure that all of you can follow. Transform, rotate, choosing an object to rotate, which means the sphere, press enter. And then choosing the center, choosing the first reference point. It can be here, the nut, or it can be here. It's up to you, but it will affect the start point. So I will choose here and start to rotate. For the first point, for the first sphere, it's supposed to be rotate in 45 degrees. And second one, there's some error happen. It doesn't copy. Why is that? Let's redo that again. Transform, rotate. Center of rotation and angle for rotating. They're choosing the reference point as here. And we have to choose in copy equals yes, so that we can do the rotation. 45 for the very beginning, 90, second one, and 135, the third one, and finally 180. So now we have. For the other side, let's just choose all plan and using mirror, type in mirror and mirror to another side. So basically, the wheel is pretty much down. Okay, so the next part, the things I want to do is to do some detail for the boulder. Because in the real world, it's impossible to have such a sharp edge. So I want to make a chamfer boulder for the geometries. So let's go using this one, fillet surface. Choosing the curve surface first and choosing a second surface, and we can get that one. But it failed. Why is that? Because when we are using this one, we have to define the radius. If the radius is bigger than this area or this area, probably it will fail. So let's use dimension to know the length here. We only have 1.6, so it's very small. So it's impossible to chamfer this area with a 5 centimeter in radius. Let's redo that again. Let's change that to maybe 1. Choosing the first surface, second surface. Now it works. Alright. And for this part, let's do that as well. But for this time, it has to be even more smaller. Let's using 0.25. Okay, so now we have. So final things, because right now they are separated surface. So let's choosing this one choosing all of them, Ctrl J for join, Ctrl J for join, or you can go here, Ctrl J for join. Alright, so now we have the wheel. So for sure we can keep editing and make this one more detailed, but right now I want to go to the side view, choosing this one, and double click, go to the right view or front view. We can click this button, use your right mouse button to click this button, and you will zoom in all windows. Alright, so as choosing this guy, using your right mouse button to click, and it will zoom in the selected object in all windows. So let's go to here. Right now we already have this one. I want to cut this one off and mirror this part to another side, because right now obviously this part doesn't work, doesn't have that much detail. So let's find out the midpoint using a polyline, draw a polyline in the middle, move this one to the center, make sure the polyline is longer than the cylinder itself. Next part, let's using trim. Choosing the trim here. First thing, it will ask you to select cutting object, which means the curve. Press enter. And then select the seams you want to delete, which means this part. So basically, it works. And another important thing is that when we are working on trim, you have to carefully choosing the perspective or the right view, front view. Because, for example, if I want to trim this area, if I'm using Ctrl T, choosing the cutting object, and press enter, well, it doesn't work because this is just a single line. So if you want to, although based on this perspective, well, the things I want to cut is this area, but inside Rhinosys, actually it's a 3D world, so it doesn't know which part you want to cut. So when you are working on trim, you have to choose in the appropriate view. For example, the things that I want to delete is the bottom part. So I have to go to the right view or front view and delete the bottom area, so that Rhino will know which part I can delete, which part I want to delete. So after we finish this operation, let's mirror the upper area to the bottom side. Let's take a look. So now it's pretty much finished. Let's just select all of them. Ctrl J for join them as a single object. The final things, we still can make more detail. So let's go to the side view. We can choose and shade it. So the final thing that I want to do is that I want to make probably some crease on the surface of this cylinder. So how can we do that? Yes, we still can use in this one. We can choose in this object and probably copy one more surface, and maybe move this one to the center area. Let's drag and move this guy. This time I will use move rather than using gumbo, because gumbo is sometimes really hard to find the appropriate position. So let's draw a reference line, polyline in the middle, and then using MOVE, move this guy to the center. Alright, so make sure everything is correct. And also I want to scale down this one because I think it's too thick. And for the upper, let's move 10. 10 is too much. Probably just 3. And for this one as well, -3. So now we have this one, and that one. Maybe we can make this one wider, -1 again, 1 again. Alright, so now we have. So final thing, let's choosing all of them, all the border surface, using a new command which named offset surface, this one. For offset surface, it will base on the surface normal direction to extrude the surface, make the surface have some thickness. So let's extrude. Right now it's 0.2, I think it's fine. So that's the result. Let's select all of them and make them become a group. Ctrl G to make a group. So this one is pretty much done. And right now, actually, we can start to try to duplicate and make the wheel be arranged like the reference photo. But if I still want to keep editing the detail and I already do the duplication, which means that after I have to do the editing for every duplication, it will be very time consuming. So let's do a little setting for the model. Make this one become a block. Choosing the model, and under the command section, type in block. Choosing the reference point, and I will choosing probably here as a reference point. Let's call this one wheel and click OK. And wheel already exists. That's OK. Let's call this one wheel AT. Click OK. So now this one has become a block. What's the meaning of block? Block is the type of model which can share information with each other. So for example, if I copy one of this one, copy two, and then double click, and you can go to edit the block. Remember, right now you cannot do any additions for the block because this one has become a complete data and you cannot edit this one anymore. You have to double click, go into the block editing, and all the other things it will become deep gray color, which means you cannot edit them anymore. So if I want to, for example, I want to select this face, hold on your Control and Shift key, and hold on your Shift and Auto key, extrude, and again choose the surface, extrude, and using Boolean difference for cutting. Well, so I have already made some detail here, and probably even for here I want to add more detail. It's up to you. You can try to maybe I want to scale up all of them, maybe twice bigger. Hold on your Shift key and select the scale box, and you can scale. Okay, so now we have the wheel. For the other side, let's do the same things, just copy, mirror. I will delete. Delete them, and choosing this sphere. I forget to scale this one. Again, let's do the scale up. Ctrl G and copy this one to the other side using mirror. Let's go to the side view, make sure everything is correct. Okay, so I already do the two editing for this wheel. The nail, I make them bigger, and also some detail in the center. Click OK, and all the rest of wheel they will be changed as well. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the function about the block. Let's go to the render view and take a look at our result. Okay, it looks nice, very detailed, and also very clean. If you want to delete the line, don't forget to go to the block to delete the useless line. Okay, so that's all about the wheel part. So for the next part, let's try to finish the canal area. See you next time.